Hi everyone, you're welcome to live class with Dr. Vivian. So today we are going to learn algebra, okay? Under algebra, we learn quadratic equations. Now, under quadratic equation, we are going to learn different methods of solving quadratic equation. We'll learn the quadratic formula, that is solving quadratic equation using quadratic formula. All right. We also learn solving quadratic equation using factorization method. All right, factorization method, or you can say by factoring. Now we are going to learn a simultaneous equation. Another simultaneous equation, we are going to learn methods of solving simultaneous equation. We are going to learn the substitution method. We are going to learn the elimination method. Okay, so these are what we are going to learn. All these are under algebra. We are going to learn algebra, the meaning of algebra. We are also going to learn a little thing about linear algebra, just to refresh our memory, because I've done that before. I'll just refresh our memory on linear algebra. Then we're going to learn quadratic equations, solving it using quadratic formula, factorization method, and simultaneous equation, substitution method, and elimination method. Okay, so start with algebra. What is algebra? Algebra is a mathematical expression that contains variables. Okay, algebra is a mathematical expression. Algebra is a mathematical expression. Mathematical expression involving variables. Okay, involving variables. Now, what is a variable? Variable is that letter, any letter of the alphabet that is used to represent an unknown in a given equation. Let's say we are given 4x plus 5 equals to 25. Now, this is a mathematical expression. It's an equation. What is an equation? An equation is a mathematical expression that contains this equality sign. Whenever I give a mathematical expression this equality sign, then it is an equation. What makes this an algebra? Is this x here that makes an algebra? An algebra is a mathematical expression like this, or equation that have variable. So this is variable. X is the variable. Now the variable is the unknown. The variable is unknown, is an unknown number that we are looking for. If you are going to solve this question now and look for x, we are going to get a number because x is a number. And then thank you for those who are giving us thumbs up. Please, if you're enjoying the class, kindly help us give us a thumbs up and share this live section for us, please. We are going to learn algebra today. Okay, both quadratic equations, simultaneous equation, different methods of solving. We are going to do that, please. Thank you for your support. So this x here makes it an algebra. It's an unknown number we are looking for. If we solve this question now, we'll get a value of x. Okay, now what is a coefficient? Coefficient is this number that is attached to the variable. So the coefficient of x here is 4. All right, so this is all the things you need to know in algebra for a start. Please help us share the live section. Please help us share the live section. All right, so I said today we are going to learn quadratic equation. So we are going to learn quadratic equation. We learn how to identify a quadratic equation. Okay, so we are supposed to know that a quadratic equation have x squared plus bx plus c equal to 0 as its standard form. Now, equation of this form is a quadratic equation. How do you identify a quadratic equation? A quadratic equation is an equation which have the highest variable, the power of a variable. This is a variable. If the highest power is 2, then it's a quadratic equation. Let's say we have x3, it's not quadratic. Once it's x2, it's quadratic. If you have x 1 over 3, is not quadratic. If I have x raised to power 0.3, is not. So it must be 2. Once we have the highest power in the equation, like here, we have x to the power 2, x to the power 1. So the highest power is 2. That makes it a quadratic equation. Okay? Let's give you examples. X plus x squared plus 6x plus 5 equal to 0 is a quadratic equation because of this x is raised to power 2. That is a quadratic equation. If you have x, so we have x squared minus 9 equal to 0 is a quadratic because of this x squared. Okay. If we have x squared, 4x squared minus x equal to 0, it's quadratic because of this x squared. So what makes it quadratic is that x squared, which is should be the highest power of the variable involved in an equation. Now, it mustn't be x. Okay. It could be any letter of the alphabet. Take, for instance, we have a squared plus 3a minus 4 equal to 0 is quadratic. So it can be A, it can be B, C, D, E, F to any letter, it can be Z. If you have 2z square plus 4z minus 2 minus 1 equal to 0, this is also quadratic. So what I'm trying to show you here is that it mustn't be X. It could be any letter of the alphabet. Okay. So I'm just showing how to identify a quadratic equation. Now, let's talk about methods of solving quadratic equation. Now, on methods of solving quadratic equation, we have 3 methods. Okay. We have 3 methods. Number 1 method is the factorization method. Okay. You can say solving by factoring. It's the same thing, factorization method. Then 2, we have the completing the square method. Completing the square method. We have completing the square method. Okay. Please help us share this live session so that more people can join us. Help us like the live session so more people can join us, please. Thank you. That is only thank you we want. Give us a thumbs up. Like the live section, share to others so that all the others can join us. Okay, we have the quadratic formula. Now, in our place and other places, this quadratic formula is also called the almighty formula. Okay. So we are going to solve examples now. Now, solving examples, you now see how to apply these methods. We are going to start with the quadratic formula. Example number 1. We have x squared plus 6x plus 5 equal to 0. Okay, so we are starting with this first example. We are solving it by factoring. Remember, I told you that factoring and factorization method, they are the same thing. Okay. Then how do you do this? The word is factoring. We are going to find a way to find 2 numbers. When we add them, when we sum it up, it will give us 6 here. And when we multiply, that is products. When we multiply, we'll get 5 here, the constant. Okay. Now, looking at these 2 numbers, we are looking for 2 numbers. When we add, we get 6. When we multiply, we get 5. All right. So the first thing is 5 and 6. Okay. Now, if we do 1 plus 5, it will give us 6. If we do 1 multiplied by 5, it will give us 5. So this is okay. Now, what do? We remove this x in 6x here and replace it with 1x plus 5x. Okay. So the next thing we do is x squared plus 1x is x. Okay. Plus 5x. We now put our constant 5 plus 5. And remember, it's equal to 0. The first, now put them in parentheses or brackets. Okay. We now look at these 2 sides. We have x here, we have x here. We factor it out. X is common, we bring it out. X squared divided by x will give us x plus x divided by itself, x will give us 1. Okay. Now here, we have 5 here. We have 5 here. So 5 is common. We bring it out, plus 5, bracket. 5x divided by 5 will give us x, plus 5 divided by 5 will give us 1, equal to 0. Okay? Now, look at this part. We look at this part. We see that x plus 1 is here, x plus 1 is here. So it's common. We factor it out. We have x plus 1, bracket. If we divide this whole side by x plus 1 will go have x remaining. We write our plus here. If we divide this side by x plus 1 will go have 5. Okay? And this is equal to 0. We have x plus 1 and x plus 5 equal to 0. Thank you for liking the live section. Please help us share the live section also. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay? So there we have x plus 1 in brackets and x plus 5 in brackets equal to 0. All right. So the next thing we do is we solve it out. Okay. Having the two parentheses equal to 0 simply means that either of them is 0. So we say that x plus 1 is equal to 0, or x plus 5 is equal to 0. Now we solve the first part. We have x. We put our equality sign. When positive 1 crosses the equality sign, it becomes negative 1. Okay, we put our or. On the second one, I have x equal to 5. So x is equal to, when this positive 5 crosses the equality sign, it becomes negative 5. So the solution to the question, look at the question we are solving, is x squared plus 6x plus 5 equal to 0. So the solution to this question is x equals to -1 or -5. Okay, so that is the solution. We just solved this using the factorization method. So that is on question number 1, example number 1. So we are going to solve another example using the same method. Okay. So the next question we are going to solve is question number 2, example 2. We have x squared plus 7x plus 10 equal to 0. Please help us share the live section and give us thumbs up if you're enjoying the class. Please help us share the live section so more people can join us. All right. Now, this is by factoring. We are going to look for two numbers. When we add them, okay, when we add these two numbers, we have 7 here. When we multiply them, we have the constant here, 10. So to get these two numbers, we start with the possible numbers that can divide this 10. This number can be divided by 10 and 1 itself, but 10 plus 1 will not give us 7, and 10 times 1 will give us 10. So it will not work. Then we'll consider the next number, 2 and 5. 2 and 5. Okay. Now 2 plus 5 is 10. 2 times 5 is 10. So you see these two numbers, they are okay for what we are looking for. All right. Then what do? We remove this 7x here and replace it with 2x plus 5x. Okay. Then we have x squared plus 2x plus 5x plus 10 equal to 0. All right. So let me also tell you that we added 2x plus 5x. You can do 5x plus 2x. Whichever one you use, you still arrive at the same answer. It's still the same, okay? You now take the parentheses. All right. Now we have x squared here. We have 2x. So x is on this side, x is here. So it's common. We factor it out, okay? X squared divided by x will give us x. See it here. X squared is x times x, okay? And we're dividing it by x. One x will cancel and we have x remaining. If you open this bracket now, you still arrive at what you have here. All right, that is how easy it is. Plus 2x divided by x will give us 2. Look at it here. 2x, 2 times x divided by x. X will cancel itself and we have only 2. All right. Now look at here. We have 5x. We have 10. 5 can divide here. 5 can divide here. So 5 is common. Factor 5 out. All right. 5x divided by 5 will give us x. We've done something similar here. Plus 10 divided by 5 will give us 2. Okay. And it's equal to 0. Now we consider the two sides. X plus 2 is here. X plus 2 is here. So it's common. We factor it out. All right. We now have x plus 2. That is common. We factor it out. You open another bracket. We have x plus x bracket x plus 2. If we divide this side by x plus 2, this will go off and have x remaining. We write our plus. If we do same on this side, x plus 2 will go. We have 5 remaining. Okay. And this is equal to 0. Now, this is to say that if this 2 is equal to 0, then either of the brackets is 0. All right, so we say x plus 2 is 0 or x plus 5 is 0. Solving x plus 2, x is equals to, when this negative 2, positive 2 cross the equality sign, becomes negative 2. Okay. Then on the other side, x plus 5 equal to 0. When this positive 5 cross the equality sign, becomes negative 5. So our solution is x equal to minus 2 or minus 5. So that is the solution to the question. We can actually check it. Okay. When you solve quadratic equation in exam and you have chance, you can still check to know whether your answer is correct or wrong. Okay. So let's quickly run a check on that so that we can confirm whether what we are solving is x squared plus 7x plus 10 equal to 0. And we say that our x is equal to minus 2 or minus 5. All right. So please, I'll be doing this one, but in subsequent one, if I solve and get the variable, you help me check whether it's correct. Okay. And drop your answers. So how do we check? If we solve for x, we solve it individually. Solve for x minus 2. Wherever you see x here, replace it by minus 2, and we see whether we'll get 0 as the answer. If we do that, that means our solution is correct. Okay. Now we are solving at x equal to minus 2. So we have x squared. At x squared, we have minus 2 squared plus 7 minus 2 plus 10. So 2 square minus 2 square is 4 plus minus 2 times 7 times minus 2 give us minus 14, please, plus 10. 4 minus 14 is minus 10 plus 10. And as you can see, this is 0. So this shows that our answer is correct. Okay. So we also solve at x equal to minus 5. All right. We have x squared there. So x squared is minus 5 squared plus 7 brackets minus 5. Okay. Plus 10. We want to know whether if we solve this, we are going to get 0. Okay. That is what we are doing. We are trying to show that our solutions are correct. We are checking to know if we are right. So minus 5 square is minus 5 times minus 5. That is 25. Then plus 7 multiplied by minus 5 will give us minus 35. Okay. Plus 5 plus 10. This is our 10 here. So 25 minus 35. We are subtracting bigger number from smaller number. So we have minus 10 plus 10. And this is equal to 0. So as you can see, our answer is correct. All right. That is how you check. Now we are going to solve another one. We are going to solve 6x squared. We are going to solve 6x squared. This is question example 3. 6x squared minus 7x plus 2 equal to 0. All right. So we want to solve this to see whether to solve for x and y in the equation. Now, in this one, there's a special method for solving it. Okay. We are going to multiply this 6x squared by 2. Okay. If we do 6x squared multiplied by 2, we have 12x square. Okay. Now, in this particular question, when we are factorizing, we are looking for two numbers. Now, these two numbers, when we get them, if we add them, when we add them, we are going to get minus 7x. But when we multiply them, all right, we will get, when we multiply them, we should get 12x square. All right, that is how you solve it. Whenever you have a coefficient of this x square greater than 1, if we have 2, 3, 4, you multiply here, and then that will be what we are multiplied, what we are going to get when we multiply the numbers we've chosen. That is how you do that. Okay, please, if you have any question, drop your question in the comment section. I'll answer all questions. Okay, if you have question, drop your question and I'll answer it. Sorry, I have to change my biro because it's not really writing well again. Let me use this one. Then we consider these two numbers. We are looking for two numbers. When we add, we get minus 7x. When we multiply them, we get 12x. Okay, like I said before, you have 12. We are going to start with the smallest number that can divide 12. So the smallest number can divide 12 is 12, and is 12. And if you divide 12 by 12, you get 1 and 12. Okay, 1 times 12 is 12 actually, but 1 plus 12 is not minus 7x. So this will not work. Okay, we now try 6 and 2. The number we can divide is 2. So we try 6 and 2. Okay, now if we multiply them, we'll get this. But if we add these two numbers, this one we can put and add this number, we'll get 7x minus 7. So this is correct. It's not correct. So try 2, and the next one is 3. If we divide 12 by 3, we have 3 and 4. Okay, now look at 3 and 4. If we do minus 3 minus 4, if we add them, we'll get minus 7x. If we multiply these two, we get plus 12x. So you see this one is okay. We are going to work with minus 3 and minus 4. Then how do you do that? Whenever we see this x, we are going to replace it with minus 3x minus 4x. Okay, that is how you do it. Please help us share the live section. Give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying the class, please. Help us share the live section. So what do? Write our 6x here. We have 6x squared. Instead of writing minus 7, we replace it with minus 3x minus 4x plus 2 equal to 0. Then we'll take the parentheses of. We have 6x, we have 3x. Now 3x can divide here, okay? 3x can divide here, so 3x is common. We factor out, we have 3x. We open bracket. 6 divided by 3 will give us 2. X divided by x squared divided by x will give us x. Now, if 3x divide itself, we have 1 minus 1, okay? On this side, we have 4x here, we have 2. You see 2 is common. So we put our negative 2, open bracket. Now 4x divided by 2 will give us 2x. Okay. Now this is positive 2. If we are dividing it by negative 2, we get negative 1. Because minus 2 times minus 1 will give us 2. If you say plus, when you multiply them, we get negative. And this is plus, so we are going to take negative. All right. You have to always confirm that you're doing the right thing. But always checking immediately. Okay. Now looking at here, 2x minus 1 is common. 2x minus 1 is common. We factor it out. So we have 2x minus 1 in bracket. Open another bracket. The whole of this space divided by 2x minus 1. This will go off and have 3x remaining. The whole of this space divided by 2x minus 1. This will go off. We have minus 2 equal to 0. Okay. Now we go to the next place. So from there we have 2x minus 1 in brackets, and the next we have is 3x minus 2 in brackets equal to 0. All right. So this is what we have next. Looking at this, we have 2x minus 1 in brackets and is equal to 0. This means that either of them is 0. So we say 2x minus 1 is equal to 0, or 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. From the first equation, we have 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. So this is 2x is equal to, when this negative 1 crosses the equality sign, it becomes positive 1. We divide both sides by 2 to make x the subject formula. So our x is equal to half 1 over 2. Then on the second one, we have 3x. 3x minus 2 equal to 0. So 3x, when this negative 2 crosses the equality sign, it becomes positive 2. We divide by 3. So 3 will cancel. We have x is equal to 2 over 3. So that is the answer. Now, the question we just solved is 6x squared minus 7x plus 2 equal to 0. And the solution is x equals to 1 over 2 or 2 over 3. That is the solution to the question that we just solved. Okay? Then let's solve one more. Okay? Okay, let's solve let's try the next method. We are going to solving quadratic equation using quadratic formula. Okay, so solving quadratic equation using quadratic formula. Now, quadratic formula says that x is equals to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay, now looking at this, you'll be wondering, where do we get a, b, and c from? All right, we get a and b from the standard form of a quadratic equation, and which says that ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now, whenever you're given a quadratic equation, if you arrange it in this order, then the coefficient of x squared is our a, the coefficient of b is our x, and the c, which is constant, is our c. Remember, here we have plus b. If we are to have minus b here, then our b should be minus b, minus anything you have here, okay? So that is how you do it. I'm going to put it down, solve it, so that you see what I mean, you understand it better. So example number 1, solving a quadratic formula. Please help us, give us a thumbs up, help us share the live session so much people can join us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, okay? We come live and teach maths, do challenges from time to time. So example 1 on quadratic formula. Example 1, solving quadratic equation with quadratic formula. Okay? We have 3y square minus 13y minus 10 equal to 0. Okay? So this is the first one we are going to solve using quadratic formula. Remember, quadratic formula is equals to x minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac all over 2. Now, we are going to find our a. Like I told you, a standard quadratic formula. Our b is coefficient of y and is negative 13. So the constant, and that is minus 10. So we are going to substitute it into this. We are going to substitute it into the formula. All right. So to do that, we have y, because we are solving for y here. Y is equals to minus b. Y is equals to minus b. So our b is minus 13 plus or minus square root of minus 13 minus 4. Our a there is 3 and our c there is minus 10 all over 2a, and our a is 3. This is multiplication, please. So this is equals to minus 13 should be plus 13. Okay. Plus or minus square root of 13. That is, sorry, 13 square is minus 13 times minus 13, and that is 160. We have minus 4 times 3. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 10 is 120. And minus times minus will give us plus 120. Okay. All over 2 times 3 is 6. And this is equal to 13 plus or minus square root of 169 plus 120. Please, who can help us with 169 plus 120? Please help us find 169 plus 120. Let me be doing it here and see. 169 plus 120. This is 9. This is 8. This is 2. So that is 289 all over 6. All right. So please, 289, square root of 289 is equal to what, please? 13 plus or minus. Please, square root of 289 is what? Any person with calculator, please help us solve square root of 289. So square root of 289 is 17 all over 6. Okay. And this is equal to, on the first one, have 13 plus 7. We take the first sign, the first operator all over 6, or the second part, what is 13 minus 17 all over 6. Okay. 13 plus 30 all over 6, or 13 minus 17 is minus 14 all over 6. So this is equals to, our y is equals to 30 minus 6 divided by 6 is 5, or 2 can divide here and we have 7, right? 2 can divide here and we have 3. Sorry, minus 3 is minus 4, not 14. Minus 4. If we divide by 2, have minus 2. And that is minus 2 all over 3. Okay? So this is the solution to the question. 13 minus 17 is minus 4 all over 6. So if we divide by 4, we have minus 2 all over 3. Okay? So this is the solution to the question. Please, if you have any question you want us to solve for you on quadratic equation, you can as well bring it. Let's solve it for you. If you have any questions you want to solve on quadratic equation or simultaneous equation, please bring it. Let's solve. All right. So let me solve one more question using the quadratic formula, and then we'll go into simultaneous equation. So example 2. On example 2, we have x square minus 9 equal to 0. All right, so I want to solve x square minus 9 equal to 0. And the standard form of quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Okay, so here our a is coefficient of x square and there is 1. So our a is equal to 1. Our b is coefficient of x and there's no x here, so our b is 0. So our c is the constant, and the constant here is minus 9. Okay, and that is minus 9. Then the next thing we do is we are going to the quadratic formula states that x is equals to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac all over 2a. So we're going to substitute this A, B, C into this equation to solve for our x. So in the equation, our B here is 0. So here is 0 plus or minus. That is 0 is a plus or minus. We write our square root of our B square is 0. So 0 minus 4. Our A there is 1. Our A is 1. And our C is minus 9. Minus 9. All right. All over 2A. And our A is 1. So 2 times 1 is 2. So this is equals to plus or minus square root of minus 4 times 1 is minus 4. Minus 4 times minus 9 is 36. Okay. All over 2. So this is equals to plus or minus square root of 36 is 6 all over 2. Okay. So this is equals to plus or minus 6 divided by 2 will give us 3. So our x is equals to plus or minus 3. That is how you solve this question using quadratic formula. You have plus or minus 3. Now, there's another way of solving it. Okay. We have x squared minus 9 equal to 0. We can solve this also using the difference of 2 square. Difference of 2 square. Now, difference of 2 square is an algebra identity. Okay, we can use it to solve this one and save time. So it states that x square minus y square is equals to x plus y bracket x minus y. All right, that is what it states. Now, these are x is x square and this is 9. Remember, 9 is equals to 3 square. So we can write it as x square minus 3 square equal to 0. All right. So we have x square, we have y square, we have x square, we have 3 square. So our y is 3. Wherever we see y here, we replace it with 3. And that is x plus y, that's x plus 3, and x minus y, x minus 3, and is equal to 0. So our x is equals to 3 or minus 3. So that is the answer to the question. Okay. Let's solve another question using quadratic formula. That is what we are solving. So let's solve another question using quadratic formula. We have x squared plus 10 plus 10 plus 16 equal to 0. Okay, let's use this. Sorry, 10x. We have x squared plus 10x plus 16 equal to 0. All right. So we have to find our A, B, C from here. So our A is 1, our B is 10, and our C is 16. Okay. So please help us with your calculator. You're going to help us and solve this. So we have x is equals to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay. So our x is equals to minus b is minus 10 plus or minus square root of b square is 10 square minus 4ac. 4 times a is 1 and times 6. Our c is 16 all over 2 times 1. Okay. So this is equal to minus 10 plus or minus square root of 10 square is 100 minus 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 16 is 64, I think. 16 times 2 is 32. 32 times 2 is 64. Okay. All over 2. 2 times 1 is 2. All right. So what we do next is we now simplify this. So this is equals to minus 10 plus or minus square root of 100 minus 64 is 36 all over 2. This is equals to minus 10 plus or minus square root of 36 is 6 all over 2. So our x is equal to, we take the first sign here, minus 10 plus 6 all over 2, or minus 10 minus 6 all over 2. Okay. Then this, if we add these two, minus 10 plus 6 is minus 4 all over 2, or minus 10 minus 6 is minus 16 all over 2. So minus 4 divided by 2 give us minus 2, or minus 16 divided by 2 give us minus 8. So our answer x is equals to minus 2 minus 8. All right. So that is how you solve it. Math is very easy. Okay. Now we go to the next class, the next question topic. Now we are going to show you how you use how you use roots to generate a quadratic equation. Now we have finished solving how to generate quadratic solutions using equation. Now we are going to show you how to use roots to generate equation. Okay. So it's called construction of quadratic equation with given roots. If you're given roots, we are going to solve it to give us the quadratic equation that's the roots. The roots of quadratic equation are the variable values that you get after the equation has been solved. Sometimes the roots of a particular quadratic equation may be given, and the equation whose roots are given may be required. There are two ways to do this. The two methods should be used to solve the following examples. Okay, there are two ways of solving this. So the question will now be like, find the quadratic equation in x whose roots are minus 3 over 2 and 2. Okay, so we are given that the roots are minus 3 over 2 or 7. Okay, so we are given these roots and we are asked to use it to generate a quadratic equation. Now, what this means is that we are going to subtract each equation from x and equate it to 0. That is the procedure of doing it. So we have x already. We are subtracting minus 3x. So we are subtracting, we put the subtraction first. We now put our minus 3 over 2. Okay? And equate it to 0. And on the second, we have minus x minus, this is plus 7. We have to put it in brackets so that you see what we are doing. Okay. Now we have x. Minus will give us plus 3 over 2 equal to 0. And x minus 7 will just be x minus 7 equal to 0. Okay. The next thing we are going to do is, let me bring it down so you see what you are doing. The next thing we are going to do is, we are going to pick these two equations, okay, bring them together and expand them. We have x plus 3 over 2 in brackets, and then on that bracket we have x minus 7, and it's equal to 0. So we are going to open this bracket, okay? We are going to expand. We do x times x will give us x squared, okay? We will now do x times minus 7, okay? Will give us minus 7x. We are going to do 3 over 2 times x will give us plus 3 over 2x. minus x plus times minus will give us minus. 3 over 2 times 7 will give us 21 all over 2, and the remainder is equal to 0. So we are going to solve. We have x squared, okay, minus 7 plus 3 over 2, all right? Or to be on the safer side, let's not do that. Let's just multiply the whole place by 2. We multiply by 2. Now, when you multiply by 2, it will cancel the denominators. Okay, we have 2 multiplying x squared minus 7x plus 3 over 2x minus 21 over 2, okay, equal to 0. Know that anything multiplied by 0 will still give us 0. So that one will just be there. Now here we have 2 times x squared will give us 2x squared. Okay. Now on this side we have 2 times minus 7 will give us minus 14x. Now here, if we do 2 times 3, it will give us 6. 6 over 2 will give us 3. So I have 3x plus 3x. If we do the same here, this will cancel. You can just say cancel and you have 3x. If you do the same thing, you have minus 21 and is equal to 0. Okay, we now solve here. We have 2x squared minus 14x plus 3x is minus 11x minus 21, and that is equal to 0. Okay, so what we did here, we are giving roots. We were given 2 roots. This root, and we are asked to use it to form a quadratic equation. That is where we are now. All right. So the second one, we are going to solve another one on using roots to form a quadratic equation. Okay. So we are going to solve example 2. The question says construct a quadratic equation given the roots. So this is the root that is given in the second one, minus 5 and plus 4. Okay, we are asked to form a quadratic equation using these roots. Now, first thing we are going to do, we are going to subtract this root from x. So we have x, we now subtract. The first root is minus 5, and we equate it to 0. The second one, have x, we subtract x minus 4, we equate it to 0. X minus minus is x plus 5 equal to 0. So this is x minus 4 equal to 0. Then we are not going to put them in bracket. We are going to multiply it out. Okay. And still equate it to 0. So x times x will give us x squared. X times minus 4 will give us minus 4x. X times 5 will give us plus 5x. 5 plus 5 times minus 5 give us minus 20 and is equal to 0. So we are going to add here up. All right. So let me write everything we have down there. We have x squared minus 4x plus 5x minus 20 is equal to 0. All right. So bring it down. Now we're going to simplify here. We have x squared minus x plus 5x will give us x. Okay. Minus 20 equal to 0. So this is the quadratic equation we formed using the roots that were given to us. Okay, so we can do as many of that, but please, I want you to solve this. Okay, solve this so that I know whether you are even following what I'm doing. I want you to show me how to do this. Just solve this. It's kind of a class work. Or let's just do one class work. Okay, class work. So let's solve. Let's talk about quadratic simultaneous equations. So on the simultaneous equation is equation of this form. You have 2 separate equations, okay, with 2 different variables. Okay, let's say A and B so that you understand. So this A and B can be any constant. You have equation of this form. It could be plus here. Just this, I'm just giving you what the equation will look like. You have x plus y equals to a, x minus y equals a. This is quadratic simultaneous equation. You are having two separate equations. I'm going to solve them together, finding the two unknown variable x and y. Okay. Let me put it in words. So I think that is better. Let me put it so you know what we are talking about. We say x plus y is equal to 10. X minus y is equal to 2. Now, this is a typical example of a quadratic equation. We are going to solve this quadratic equation, finding our x and y. So let's solve this. I'm going to solve it using the elimination method. I'll still explain elimination and substitution method. I'm just doing this so that I see. Elimination means that since we have these two, they are the same, these two, they are the same. Now we have y and minus a. If we add here, definitely the y will clear. So we are going to add the two equations. X plus s will give us 2x. Okay. This will go off, and this is equals to 10 plus 2 will give us 12. So our x, to get x, we divide both sides by 2. Our x is equals to 12 divided by 2 is 6. So our x is 6. Now to find our y, we substitute x into equation 2. Our x there is 6 minus y equal to 2. So minus y is equal to 2. When this positive 6 crosses the equality sign, it becomes minus 6. Okay, so have minus y equal to 2 minus y will give us minus 4. Divide by minus 1, divide by minus 1. This will cancel and this will cancel. Our y is equals to 4. So our x is 6 and our y is 4. If you add them, you get 10. If you subtract them, we get 2. So this satisfies the equation. I'm just giving you a typical example of what a simultaneous equation is like. Then we are now going to start solving simultaneous equations and learning methods of solving it. Now, a simultaneous equation can be solved using two methods. Okay. On the first method, we have the substitution method. Substitution method. And we have the elimination method. Elimination method. I'm going to solve it as I've solved this some time ago. I'm going to show you how to use these two methods for to solve simultaneous equation. I will show you the first one, I'll show you the second one. Then any question we'll bring, we'll solve it using the two methods. Okay. So this our class will come to an end in 7 minutes from now. We are about to end the class. It will end in 7 minutes from now. All right. So on the first one, example 1, like I said, example 1, I'll solve using simultaneous equation. Substitution equation, I'll solve using elimination equation. Okay, so that you see the difference immediately and see that the answers are always correct. We have x minus 2y equals to 4. And on the other side, we have 2x plus 5y equals to 17. Okay, so we're going to solve these two questions using, this is example 1. These two questions are together. That is how you represent a simultaneous equation. So we're going to solve this question using elimination method, using substitution method. So we start with substitution method. Okay, 1A, substitution method. Okay, method. Then on substitution method, what do? We try to make, we call this equation 1, we call this equation 2. Now on this equation 1, we are going to make x the subject formula. Okay, so x is equals to, we write our 4 here. When this negative 2 crosses the equality sign, it becomes positive, plus 2y, and we call it equation 3. Okay, now what do we do next? We substitute this equation 3 into equation 2. So where we see x there, we replace it with 4 plus 2y. So we have 2x, that is 2 bracket 4 plus 2y. We have plus 5y, and is equal to 17. All right. So that is the first thing to do. Then we expand this bracket. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 2 times 2y is 4y plus we have 5y here is equals to 17. Okay, 8, 4y plus 5y will give us plus 9y is equals to 17. Okay, so 9y is equals to, move this 8 across the equality sign to become 17 minus 8. So have 9y is equals to 17 minus 8 is 9. We divide both sides by 9. 9 will cancel, we have y equals to 9 divided by itself is 1. So our y is equal to 1. Now to find our x, we substitute y equals to 1 into this equation 3, x equals to 4 plus 2y. So write it here, x is equals to 4 plus 2y, and we know our y is 2. So our x is equals to 4 plus 2, y is 1, so in brackets 1. This is equals to 4 plus 2 times 1 is 2, and our x is equals to 2 plus 4 is 6. So our y is 1, our x is 2. Using elimination method, like I said, if we stop using substitution method, we stop using elimination method immediately. So solving it with elimination method, okay, the same question, elimination method. Okay, so we have the question says x minus 2y equals to 4 and 2x plus 5y is equals to 17. Now, what are we going to? We are going to look at these two equations. We are going to see how to make any of any of these variables have the same thing. Look at how we have 2x. Now, if we multiply this line by 2, we will have 2x here. And that's what we are going to do. We're going to multiply here by 2 so that we have 2x. All right. So this is equation 1. Always name your equation to help you to solve well. So we say equation 1 multiplied by 2. Okay. 2x times 2 give us 2x. Minus 2y times 2 give us minus 4y. 4 times 2 give us 8. Okay. Then our equation 2 is just multiplied by 1. All right, just to keep it uniform. So our 2x plus 5y equals to 17. Now you see here they are the same. We are going to subtract. We subtract. 2x minus 2x will give us 0, so nothing is there. Minus 4y minus 5y will give us minus 9y is equal to 8 minus 17. We are minusing a bigger number from a smaller number is going to give us minus 9. Okay, we divide both sides by minus 9. Minus will cancel, 9 will cancel. We have y, the same thing here, and we have 1. So our y is equal to 1. So we are going to substitute this y equal to 1 into any of the equation. You can choose equation 1 or 2. You still arrive at the same answer. So let's substitute into equation 2, and we have 2x plus 5. Our y is 5y. Our y is 1 equal to 17. Okay. So 2x plus 5 times 1 is 5 equals to 17. So 2x is equals to 17. When this plus y crosses the equality sign, it becomes minus y, minus 5. So our 2x equals to 17 minus 5 will give us 12. Divide here by 2, divide here by 2. 2 will cancel, we have x is equals to 12 divided by 2 will give us 6. All right. So our x here is equals to 6 and our y here is equal to 1. You see that is what we have here. And in solving with the other method, we have the same thing. So whichever method you choose to use, we arrive at the same answer. Okay. So I want to thank you for constantly watching and watching to the end. So they are bringing the class to the end. The 1 hour class and the 1 hour is already gone. So please, thank you for watching. See you some other time.